What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 75, and today we're returning with, on the back of our draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach, knowing now we must win all three of our remaining Bundesliga games to set a new points record. What have we got? First leg, Champions League, semi-final, Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium. Yet not exactly the confidence boost I needed heading into surely the toughest game of the series, let alone this season. Yet Manchester City away right now, top of the Premier League, as you can see, with 4 games to go. And as we know, this is an incredible team, one of the best in the world. And last season, they were the team that dumped us out of the Champions League in our debut year in the round of 16. And it wasn't like we lost by a goal. No, we lost 4-0 over 2 legs. The first leg I played well, but in the second leg at the Etihad, I got dominated. So I was not looking forward to travelling to the northwest of England once again to take a trip to the Etihad Stadium. It's an incredible team. Militao is there, Rodri's still there, 92 rated Phil Foden, Ederson in his prime as well. Dusan Vlahovic has moved on, Goncalo Guedes is there. The offensive pieces Manchester City have, as Ferran Torres has not moved on to Barcelona in the prime of his career, 90 rated 26-year-old winger, is just remarkable. This is definitely, I would say, the best team in the game at this point right now. I mean, you look at the team and you think, where's the weak link? Do you know what I mean? Where's the position? Where's the space on the pitch you exploit? There isn't one. This is incredible. A rock-solid defense, a superb midfield, a deadly attack, and Ederson between the sticks. Yeah, no doubt about it. Despite our domestic dominance this season, we were underdogs heading into this. Last time we were here last year, we were battered 3-0. I gotta say, despite what we've done this year in the Bundesliga and reaching the DFB Pokal final, getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League is a superb achievement, but I couldn't see us going further. Having said that, I thought, you know what? The last 2 ties, round of 16 and quarter-final, both of the San Siro against AC and Inter Milan. We were in attack mode in the first legs, and whilst against AC Milan we drew 2-2, against Inter we won comprehensively at the San Siro. So traveling to the Etihad, I thought, listen, we're underdogs here, but let's just go at them. You know I can't defend, so let's go at them and see what we can do. We had the first chance of the game, but 29 minutes in, after Robin Hack was denied, Jamie Llewellyn was not, and I really felt this tie was going to come down to who scored more goals. And I know that sounds like a really stupid thing to say, but what I mean is whatever offense is clicking and firing on all cylinders and more composed and clinical is going to win this tie. And again, I know it sounds obvious, but there was no way this tie was going to be separated by who had the stronger defense. Come on, man. Man City's back line is superb. To be fair, ours has been significantly improved from the first 5 seasons, but at the end of the day, this is FIFA 22. It's all about goals. And after Jamie Llewellyn gave us the lead, I was thinking, okay, all right, don't sit on this. Do not sit on the 1-goal lead. Go for a second, because you know Man City are going to come back and start attacking in a first half where really I'd been the far better team. And had it not been for Ederson making a couple of great saves on Robin Hack, would have been 2, possibly 3 goals up as Mukiele heads over there. And we still had the 1-goal lead. So we went into the dressing room and I was thinking, this isn't Manchester City. I'm playing against Manchester Blue, like a PES team, because I'm just on fire in this game. These guys haven't got going whatsoever. But this is Manchester City, and I knew at some point they were going to come at us, and they did. 52 minutes in, great save by Zach Steffen there back at his old stomping ground, kept us leading by 1. So in the second half, I tried to slow the pace down a little bit, knowing I was 45 minutes away from a priceless first leg victory. Slowed the pace down, looked for better, more composed build-ups, and 57 minutes in, after Zach made a great save on one end. Oh, can I just say, out of all my signings this season, Karim Adeyemi's been great off the bench. Nordi Mukiele's really improved our back line. But you can't forget what this guy has done in Europe. Suat Serdar, the unlikely Champions League hero, wraps up a brilliant move, gives us a 2-goal lead, but it didn't last for long. A few minutes later, Ruben Diaz heads in a corner, and Man City scored against us from a corner in the second leg at the Etihad here last season, and they've done it again, and it's the same goal scorer, Ruben Diaz, captaining the side on the night. I've talked about it before, man. Of all the signings Guardiola's made at the Etihad, he's made some phenomenal transfer business, but Ruben Diaz is one of the absolute best signings he's ever pulled off, in my opinion. He is just a sublime centre-half. With 20 minutes to go, Still leading by a goal. Manchester City really woke up in the second half. I don't know what they were doing in the first half. They just did not get going. In the second, they were the better team. We might have led by 2, but Ruben Dias half the deficit, and then they almost levelled it soon afterwards. 5 minutes to go, it was all hands on deck. Backs to the wall, trying to contain Man City, hold on to the 1-goal lead. But as soon as we won it back, we went on the counter. Didn't slow the pace down, looked to conserve the energy and hold on to the 1-goal lead, but instead looked to restore the 2-goal cushion, scored a dagger, killed the game off, and we would, you know the old saying, fortune favours the brave. I didn't sit on it. I looked for the looked for the counter, looked for the goal to give us the 2-goal cushion, and we got it as well. The Croatians linking up, Nikola Vlasic to Josip Brekalo off the bench, and Arminia Bielefeld restored their 2-goal cushion. And I've got to be honest, at that point right there, I was fist pumping. I had a massive grin on my face, but oh man, I tell you, it still turned out to be a win for Arminia Bielefeld. But with the final kick of the game, Phil Foden once again cut the deficit to 1. And that goal could have major implications. 3-2 was the final score, and you best believe I would have taken a 1-goal win at the start of the game. I would have taken a draw to head back to the Stuttgart Arena. Our first ever win against Manchester City, and I've got to say, it was a really balanced game. Could have gone either way, that one. Stats suggest slightly I was the better team, but really, it was a game of 2 halves. First half, I was far better. Man City far better in the second. I think it was a really even game, to be honest, but could have gone either way. I think we slightly deserved to edge it, which we did, but that Phil Foden goal could be absolutely crucial there. And I've got to say, I really balls that up, if you will. You would have seen me there. I just let Man City come into my area and then brought out Zach Steffen from the tired angle. Why? You know the AI's dribbling is so good. He just puts Zach on the floor, his former teammate, and then pops into the open goal. Why not just stand him up at the near post? Don't need to bring him out there. That was a poor decision from me. Really poor. I think complacency set in. Once I got that 2-goal cushion back, I was like, yes, gonna win the first leg. But let's be honest here, a win against Man City by 2 goals in a 2-legged affair is far more crucial than a win by 1 goal. It is still a win regardless though, and whilst that might prove to be a crucial goal from Phil Foden heading back to the Stuttgart Arena, we do have a slender 1-goal lead, and you best believe would have taken it pre-game. So, following game, on the back of a 5-goal thriller in the northwest of England, I was thinking, how do I get myself motivated for this? Well, I don't need extra motivation, because the first game of May, taking on FC Köln away, we know the title's been won, we won it in March, but with 3 games to go in the Bundesliga, if we win all 3, we'll reach 93 points and set a new points record by 2. Now, we can equal Bayern's with 2 wins and a draw, but in the most dominant season I've had in FIFA career mode in many, many years, you know I want that points record, and I don't just want to equal Bayern's 91. So we have 3 final games, and they're tough ones. FC Köln away, battling for their lives, and then 2 of the top 4 in Wolfsburg and RB Leipzig. So this, the easiest, if you will, of the final 3 games, but all 3 teams having something to play for. I've got to be honest, I don't know whether I was just tired and fatigued after the Man City win in England, but I did not return in this game playing well. In the Bundesliga, our last 3 games, we've only won 1, and that was against Freiburg, where he scored a last-second winner. The other 2, draws against Mönchengladbach and Bayern Munich. It's safe to say, whilst in Europe we've been phenomenal to reach the Champions League semi-finals and win the first leg too, here against Köln in the Bundesliga, I was pretty nervy because I've not been at my best in the Bundesliga after just picking up 5 points from a possible 9. And in a game where I didn't play very well, I often talk about it. This is what the greats and what the champions can do. Even when they're not performing well, even when they're subpar, even when they're not at their best, they still find a way to grind out a W. And that's what we did away against FC Köln. 1 down, 2 to go in the final 3 of the Bundesliga. 1-0 the final score. A really poor game. You'll see the stats here, and you'll think, well, mate, you took 12 shots and you'd limited your opponents to 0. Weren't you in control? No! I mean, really, I barely created any chances. And I think the telling stat was the XG there. And I have to say as well, since EA have really improved the statistics come the end of the game and you get a more detailed look at how the game went on, I think my favourite stat is now XG. A lot of people kind of like dismiss XG as a modern day over-analytical type of thing. I mean, modern day analytics are so crucial in modern day sports, especially team sports. Some old school heads are really against XG and they think it's a bit of a novelty. I disagree. I love analytics. I'm a bit of a nerd, a bit of a data nerd when it comes down to sports. I love looking at numbers. And to me, analytics have been greatly improved in sports, and I think they've greatly improved the quality of sports, particularly from a tactical and coaching standpoint. So to me, the XG has been great. I think the XG in that game kind of summed it up. Yes, I had 12 shots, but my XG was so low. I was very lucky to win the game there. And now against Wolfsburg and Leipzig, again, win the final two, set the new points record, but I have to win back to back. But before we play those games, there's a small matter of this. Third and final game of today's episode. I completed the position change of Mukiele to centre half. I was debating not doing it, but the rating improved by +1. I think I made the right call there, with Dardai done for the rest of the calendar year, and of course this season as well. This was going to be the biggest game of the career mode. It was the second leg of our Champions League semi against Manchester City, and we were 90 minutes away from going through to the final, holding a 1-goal lead. You might be thinking, did you play defensive? Try and see it out? No, because I can't defend in this year's FIFA. We had the first chance of the game, a great save by Ederson, kept it goalless, and then 16 minutes in, oh my god, I can't stop these guys from corners. Eder Militao puts Man City in front of the night and levels it over 2 legs, and that is the third corner goal they've scored against me in 4 games. I mean, come on, man. It's Eder Militao and Ruben Diaz. You know they're going to be physically strong players who have got the quality in the air. But seriously, 3 corner goals conceded in 4 games. That is, I'm just going to say, it's poor. It's really, really horrendously poor in a game where, let's be honest, corners are very hard to score from. So that's poor from me. 3 times in 4 games. I want to reiterate that. That's such a poor record there, considering how rare it is to see goals from corners in FIFA nowadays. But we were still trailing by a goal on the night, but we'd been the better team in the first half. The problem I had was that Ederson was just sublime. He made a couple of great saves in the first leg at the Etihad, and in this game as well. He was just a thorn in my side. I was getting chances, and I was getting good ones as well, constantly getting inside the area, but the Brazilian was just saving everything. To be fair, most of the shots were pretty comfortable height for him and close to his mid-drift, but even so, I should have got back on level terms at some point. We were still trailing by a goal. I knew Man City were going to score again at some point, so I needed to get back on level terms on the night and restore our lead on aggregate, and we would. 7 minutes before the break, he scored the first goal in the northwest of England and our first goal tonight. Constantine Schaefer storming into the area, which he doesn't do too often, but rolling it across to Jamie Llewellyn, and this is why 87 rated Karim Adeyemi, who banged in a hat-trick against Inter Milan, is still on the bench. Jamie is still my go-to striker. But the lead on aggregate did not last long. 5 minutes after we got back on level terms on the night, Man City restored their lead. Bernardo Silva, the Portuguese winger, puts Man City back in front on the night, and once again we're tied over 2 legs. And I was thinking, I've got to be honest, I can't stop these guys. So there's no point in sitting back, no point in conserving energy. Just continue to go all out on the offensive. And 8 minutes after the restart, in a half where the tie hung in the balance, Suat Serdar, who's been a European hero for us this season, doesn't get a goal but gets an assist, offloads to Jamie Llewellyn, and Guardiola's frustration on full display. Once again, we led on aggregate in a ridiculously tough Champions League semi, and 10 minutes later, get in! Nikola Vlasic, who set up the goal, our third at the Etihad, scores our third on the night. And I was thinking, surely now, for the 3rd time in these 2 legs, we had a 2-goal cushion. Surely I can't surrender it for a 4th time. Brilliantly worked goal this as well. Wagnerman to Serdar, his 2nd assist in 10 minutes. I can't believe how good this guy's been in the Champions League this year. And we lead on the night for the first time, restore our 2-goal cushion over 2 legs. And with 5 minutes to go as Man City threw everybody forward, needing 2 goals in the final stages to force extra time. We got in behind. Vlasic rolled through Karim off the bench, and Adeyemi wraps it up on the night to make it Arminia Bielefeld 4, Manchester City 2, and over 2 legs, 7-4 in a thrilling semi-final tie. And there it is. Arminia Bielefeld have grown. Back-to-back wins in the tie, avenging our demons of last season. Underdogs heading into it, but it was our all-out attacking style of play that sees us through to our first ever Champions League final. And I'm buzzing because we beat the best team in the competition, no doubt about it. Man City, the best team in the game. at this point right now. Statistically, they are as well with the team rating. We've made it through. We're into the Champions League final. And in our first ever Champions League final, we have got, you might have just seen them flash up. Oh, what if you didn't? Here they are. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal in the Champions League final. Go on, Arteta, leading Arsenal to their first Champions League final in about 2 decades. They overcame our Atletico 5-2 over 2 legs, so we'll take on another English side. 2 Italians and our 2 English guys. Arsenal in the Champions League final as we go for the magic treble and our first ever CL. But before we get there, the DFB Pokal final versus RB Leipzig, and with 2 games to go in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg at home, Leipzig away, both going for Champions League football, where we need to win back-to-back to set a points record. Oh my goodness. With that, we'll end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. Big fan, watch if you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed my favourite episode of the series, please drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode featuring the final 2 games of the Bundesliga season, going for that points record where we must win back-to-back to claim it very soon.